in Japan that I really dislike is the.
What's up, my friend? This is Take from Japan. Today, I interview a lady who comes from Switzerland. She and her family own their bakery shop in Kagurazaka, Tokyo. I'd ask her about what it's like to be foreigner in Japan and what kind of impression she has for Japanese people and Japanese level test, so that you guys can know how much level is required to comfortably live in Japan. If you don't subscribe yet, please hit the subscribe button below and let's get started. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Can I have your name or nickname?
Yes, so my name is Kali,
Yeah.
and I come from Switzerland.
And the first question is, what brought you to Japan?
So I came to Japan about 3 years ago now. I came to Japan to open a bakery shop with my family. So I came to Japan with my parents, my 2 younger sisters, and my younger brother. So big family, we all came to Japan 3 years ago and we opened a bakery shop. As I said, we opened this bakery, and inside this bakery, it's my parents, my sister, and me working there. So my sister she's a chief pâtissier. My dad works as a baker. My mom is in charge of all the administrative part of the shop, and for myself, I'm responsible of the cafe.
Wow.
But on a daily basis, I do barista and waitressing inside the shop.
The next question is, what is it like to be a foreigner in Japan?
So I think, for the majority of it, it's really a great country to live in as a foreigner, and also as Japanese people. I think it's a very enjoyable country. So I feel like living here as a foreigner, it has its own challenges, such as first of all, the language is very hard for us to learn. People don't speak English so much, or at least they're a bit shy about it. So Japanese people tend not to speak English, so communication is a little bit hard sometimes. But life is very easy.
Okay.
It's a very at least for Tokyo, it's very modern and very practical city. I think it's easy to live, easy to work, easy, overall pretty, very comfortable.
Yeah, right. In Tokyo, everything is gathered, so
Yeah.
right.
And Tokyo can offer everything. Whether you wanna, I don't know, you can do anything you want in Tokyo. You can learn dance, you can paint, you can go to nature. I mean, there is everything.
Right.
Very comfortable.
Okay. In your opinion, it's very comfortable to live, but I think here is the problem. It's about discrimination. So in Japan, not many foreigners live here. It's rare to see foreigners in the street. So the question is, do Japanese discriminate you in Japan?
I would say no, not much. It's true that there are not many foreigners yet, but I feel like the younger generation of Japanese people are very open-minded and very happy about welcoming people from all over the world. I feel like the younger generation has no problem with foreigner at all. For the majority, of course, at least in Tokyo, because Tokyo is also very international compared to the rest of Japan. So in Tokyo you'll see many foreigners, but maybe if you go to Japanese countryside, you're gonna get a lot more reaction for being a foreigner. But I don't think there's discrimination more than any countries. For older people, it's a little bit more difficult to welcome foreigner, but it's the same in Japan as it is in Switzerland, as it is in any other country of the world. But it's not. It is a little bit of discrimination, but I don't feel like it is in anyhow impacting on my daily life so much. It is nothing too invading. It's very maybe passive discrimination. Yeah.
Don't you get stared at you on the train?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we get a lot of stares, a lot of people, but it's out of curiosity.
So you regard that behavior as just curiosity, not discrimination.
Yeah, I don't think it is ill-intended. I think it's very kind. I mean, it doesn't have any bad intention behind. I feel. Yeah.
Have you ever experienced something sad by Japanese people? it would be not discrimination. Or,
I mean, I feel like for Japan, it's sometimes very hard to feel like you belong in Japan. You maybe will stay for feeling for like an outsider for a long time. Sometimes it's hard to, for example, make friends, which can be a little bit sad. It's hard to really be part of Japan. You can come here, live easily, but to make friends, to be really, truly inside the community, I think it is a sad challenge.
right. I get it. Do you have friends here?
Japanese friends? No, not so much. No. I have coworkers, of course, which are almost like friends.
Yeah.
So we have Japanese coworkers, but again, it's all about also the language. If you cannot fully speak Japanese, it's gonna be hard to make friends that are, Japanese friends that are Japanese. If they speak only Japanese, then it's up to you to to learn Japanese.
I see. Do you speak Japanese?
No, not really.
Not really.
I'm studying. I'm studying.
You're studying. So, how much time spent on learning Japanese?
So I go to school twice a week for 2 hours. So that's like 4 hours of intensive lesson per week. So that's actually quite a lot. It allowed me to get all the basis in order to build, because Japanese is a very complex language. So already the bases are hard to, for me, it's the first language that I learned that doesn't have any connection with my mother tongue. For example, from French, it was very easy to learn English, Spanish, Italian. German was difficult, but it's more easy. But Japanese is, inside the language, you have zero, you know nothing. You really start from the bottom, which is tough. So yeah, I study 4 hours per week, and then I always try to recap every day what I've learned. So yeah, because it's very easy to forget. Easy to forget, yes.
Right. But when is your start to learn Japanese? Before coming here or after coming here?
I studied a little bit before coming here. In Switzerland, we had a free lesson of Japanese at the university. So yeah, I took those lessons, which was very helpful for the basic reading of hiragana. And yeah, this was already this. But then when I arrived here, I signed up for a school, which I'm still studying. Yeah.
As you said, you speak Japanese a little bit.
Yeah.
But do you feel some inconveniences because of your Japanese level?
Yes, of course. Yeah. It's first of all for my job. Sometimes with the customers, I'm very limited in what I can tell them. But also, even as a tourist, I think even the menus at the restaurant is all in Japanese. Everything is in Japanese. There is no English translation. Maybe in the train, you could find some English, but people speak only Japanese. So, nowadays with our smartphone, it's very easy to be without the Japanese knowledge. But yeah.
Okay. Then let's challenge Japanese. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. By speaking Japanese in this video, the viewers can know the level of Japanese, which is how much level is required to live in Japan. So.
Yeah. ゆっくり。
ゆっくり行きましょう。じゃあすごく簡単な質問から。あなたのお名前は何ですか？
カリーです。
あなたの出身と好きな食べ物を教えてください。
スイス料理の中で、フォンデュという料理です。チーズです。日本にあんまり有名じゃないと思います。チーズとトースト、チーズに、トーストに入れます。ミックスしますと、そのまま食べる。はい。
美味しそう。すごく美味しそうですね。
でも日本人はあまりチーズ好きじゃない強いなチーズです。
じゃあ匂いとか味に、強い癖がある味ってことですね。
はい、はい、そうです。
なるほど、ありがとうございます。じゃあ最後にこの週末の予定は何かありますか？
この週末仕事あります。
じゃあ頑張りましょう。
頑張りましょう。
What is your impression of Japanese people? How do you describe that?
As for the majority of people, I mean, from what I've experienced, I would say Japanese people are very, very kind. I feel like they really mean good to other people. There is a strong sense of community. Even starting from primary school, I feel like just Japanese people have this discipline of living with other people, and they have a good sense of always adapting. Yeah, they really function as a community, which is very impressive. Coming from a country of Europe, sometimes it's very individual. Everyone is working for himself and for his own family. But in Japan, it has the stronger sense of community, even in the neighborhood, inside a building. People are really aware of each other, which feels very, very nice. Yeah, Japanese people are also fun, I feel, yeah. They're a little bit shy and very, I feel sometimes they're a little bit hiding their emotions. They're a little bit sometimes keeping it inside. Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
The sense of community, it would be bad sometimes for foreigners because there's no room to get into the community.
Yeah, exactly. So. Yeah, this can. Yeah, it's exactly this. Yeah, sometimes it feels like they don't really need you, which is maybe very true. But so it's hard to always get inside a bit. But I feel like once you're inside, people are very, very kind and very welcoming.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
But in Japan, the language barrier is big. I mean, I feel like if I would speak Japanese as a Japanese, there would be no to very little problem.
Do you have any idea of things not to do in Japan?
I have to think a little bit about it, but there are a few different rules. The most obvious ones are on the train. People's behavior on the train. You must not speak on the phone. You must not eat. You must not drink. You must not bother other people. Which in Switzerland, for example, where I come from, the train is like a very interesting place where people are like playing music. They're chatting with each other. They're on the phone. They're eating. They're doing whatever they want. And during rush hours, it's the doors open, for example. And in Japan, the people that needs to go down, they go down first, and then the people that needs to get in, they do it after. Yeah. In Switzerland, it's like everything at the same time. I mean, in Europe, I mean, everywhere but Japan, I feel like it's people are just getting when they want to get in. So it's always you get, you bump into people. It's really like crazy moment. In Japan, it's so smooth. Yeah.
Everyone follows the rules. You know?
Everyone follows the rules. Yeah. One thing in Japan that I really dislike is there are no trash on the street. Nowhere. So whenever you're eating something and you have like a wrap or any type of trash, you need to put it in your bag and bring it at home. Which is
strongly agreed.
Which is crazy because in every country that I've traveled, there is trash everywhere. But at least Japan has toilet everywhere, which is super rare. In Europe, there is no public toilet, or you have to pay.
Interesting difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you actually do things not to do in Japan?
Because everyone follow the rules. Whenever you go off the rule track, it can get a little bit messy. I feel like, for example, if you're at the restaurant and there is a table for 3 people, you cannot sit 4 people, or like, which is, because this table is made for 3 people, 4 people cannot sit on it, and maybe you will not be able to negotiate. So sometimes with my family of 6 people, the first few times we came in Japan, I think we challenged a lot of people. Right. Yeah.
The Japanese people might think, they're very arrogant foreigners.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but I mean, maybe we are. Maybe we are.
This is the end of interview. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. I was impressed with her opinion, which is she regards getting matched stares is not discrimination, just curiosity. She explained there's no bad intention, right? I suppose she understands how rare foreigners are in Japan. But it would ease your anxiety or stress by remembering Japanese people look at you with just curiosity. Alright, this is end of video, but before wrapping up, please let me introduce today's interviewee's bakery shop. Old Melville to Fred Tokyo. They offer traditional specialties from Flanders, one of which is the Melville. Loup Melville is the must-have dessert. There's spurred meringue that makes this cake so light and airy. It also comes in various sizes, from a mini to individuals, right up to the cake version for sharing. Their products are made by hands, and you can see them making sweets through the glass. When you come to Japan, I highly recommend you to drop by.